Well, hello, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Morning Dew, daily events worldwide, and we are on April 23rd, 2020. Welcome to another surviving day on this planet. Welcome to the Daily Dew, where we look at space weather, imagery of our sun, as well we look at world weather, earthquakes, and disaster alerts. Starting out here, 304 angstroms, watching still a filament frenzy all around the sun. Watch this huge filament rip away here. Very quick whip. I love being able to look at the sun. Thank you, Solar Dynamics Observatory. And thank you for tuning in. Also observing an incoming sunspot we've been watching for the last couple days. Seems to be increasing in activity here. Whoop. See that little flash? Oh yeah, we got some incoming sunspot activity and energy. Stay tuned to the Daily Dew. Looking here at the equatorial coronal hole, which is in and out of building and diminishing. We'll have a quick look here at the incoming sunspot. Fiery sunspot at that. Our sun seems to be waking up a little bit during its prolonged sleep. Looking here at the heliosphere being affected around the sun. I was out today enjoying some views of the skies. Very charged up day. We're going to get into that in just a moment. You can see our coronal hole wind stream was affecting us. About 460 kilometers per second. Starting to calm down, 360. We've got another wave of coronal hole wind stream coming. Let's look at the last 24 hours for earthquakes. Seen an increase in seismicity across Alaska. And as well, still Idaho going off with the minor rumbles. As well, 2.7 here. California-Mexico border. 4.0 here in Guatemala. Earthquake swarm continuing. Dominican Republic. Quiet. South America. 4.3 here in Greece. And as well, 3.0 Croatia. And just yesterday after the Daily Dew, that 5.0 went off in Yemen. Also looking at a 4.9 here in Changning, China. Mainland China. And late last night, I was doing a live stream. A 5.2 went off in Toyoshima, Japan. As well, 4.9 there, Curry Islands today. Tonga region with 5.1, 5.5. But still, concerning quiet and building increasing across North American plate and African plate. Stay aware and prepared. Just have a plan. Be ready for the big one here. Everybody talks about it. West Coast, North America, Cascadia fault line down into the San Andreas. Largest dormant volcano in the world. Looking here, a lot of elevated recent quakes and quiet regions here to watch. South America, North America, across the Atlantic plate. Let's get to the Pacific Disaster Center. Most recent disasters here. A lot of tornado warnings again today, which I had warned for the last few days as we would have an extreme weather breakout across southeastern United States. A few tornadoes had confirmed through New Orleans, as well Lake Charles, Louisiana, Norman, Oklahoma, Atlanta, Georgia. Just look at all these tornado warnings over the last few days. A violent Pacific low pressure system, very dense, lower level low, still trying to move across the land. Just look at all the lightning strikes. This is the last 24 hours for lightning strikes across the land. Earth and the United States was definitely scarred over the past 24 hours with these nasty tornadoes and lightning strikes. Let's have a look at the last volcanoes being updated from around the world. Sangay, as well as Popo. Looking at Dokono in Indonesia, Reventador in Ecuador, and Fuego. And just recently, Suwasanojima in Japan. As we're seeing increase in seismicity throughout this whole region, watch for volcanic activity to increase. Again, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you want to get this app yourself, look into the Pacific Disaster Center or the Disaster Alert app, and you can get it, as well as Meteo-Earth, which is the weather map that I use. Let's get to the 5-day forecast brought to you by Meteo-Earth. Meteo Mike overlooking home base Calgary, Alberta. Low pressure system moving into northern Alberta this week. Watch for thunderstorm conditions across northern. Possible here in Calgary too. We're already watching a humid air mass create some supercells today. Overlooking eastern Canada. Big system heading your way late in the forecast, 5-day forecast, but you know what? It's actually looking like it will be a spring rain system. Definitely needed. It's been a long, cold winter, especially locked up in a quarantine. Just saying. Overlooking Europe, 5-day forecast showing a little bit of rain moving in across central from the Mediterranean, but as well looking across the United Kingdom and eastern central Europe, Finland. That large low pressure system over Russia is going to break off into many vortices now, and one's going to be heading your way from the North Pole. So watch for cooler temperatures to move in. United Kingdom as well. Some rain. Some much needed rain, I'm sure. Overlooking Russia. Very dry. Watch for fires to start early this year in Russia. Just look at the size of that low pressure system. My oh my. Overlooking Southeast Asia. Across China and into Myanmar to East India. Watch for heavy rains moving in. Monsoon season kicking up. Watch for heavier amounts through Nepal. Definitely when you look at the equator here, mass amounts of moisture developing, daily evaporation worldwide on a compressed magnetosphere. Increased cosmic charged particles, hence the million lightning strikes overnight across the United States. Overlooking Australia here, seasonable across northern, but very cool and wet across southeastern Australia, up into Sydney. Not much to talk about there for Australia, except for dry, seasonal. Overlooking South America, watch for heavier rains, central regions, Brazil, and into Colombia. Also Argentina here, as a large low pressure system develops and affects you guys later in the week. Watch for extreme weather throughout this low pressure system developing in Argentina. It's going to be fueled by the low pressure system off the coast of Chile. So definite extreme weather event for Argentina later in the week. Across Africa, late in the forecast, watch for heavier rains. Congo region moving eastward into Lake Victoria. Daily evaporation rains, but they seem to be pretty intense this season. I'll leave you here looking at the Northern Hemisphere versus the Southern Hemisphere. And again, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of you watching. I appreciate your support and loyalty to this channel. Stay aware and prepared. Stay young and have fun. And get your morning dew. Thanks for watching today. Bye-bye.